Welcome back to the H-Men Podcast. I'm your host, William J. Heineke. With me, as always, is Justin Jr. and James, my sons. So we want to thank you for listening.
Hello, and thank you.
Hi, I hope your day has been good.
Alright, so week in review. Last night, I had the opportunity to go to dinner and meet the poet Hyde Erdrich. I apologize if I said her name wrong. She came up here for the Midnight Sun Visiting Writers Series at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. And we had dinner beforehand. So, at the Chena Pump House, which is an excellent place to eat. I had fish and chips. And, what was the other thing? The spinach artichoke dip that they had. And they bring out little slices of sourdough bread that has smoked paprika on it. It was delightful. It was so nice. And a nice little Alaskan winter ale. It was perfect. I liked it. Well done. And then we went and listened to her read poetry, and honestly, I don't have the book in front of me. I can't tell you right now, but it was great. I can't tell you any of the names of her poems right now or what they're about, but the first one was about snow. She is from the Minnesota area. She teaches at a school in the Minneapolis area and knows one of my teachers, Professor Sean Hill here, and they both lived in Minnesota several years ago, and it was nice. It was a good event. We bought a book of her poetry. I had her sign it. So I have yet another signed book of poetry. Right next to my favorite one, Maya Zeller, Rust Fish, and then I have Naomi Nye and Jimmy Santiago Baca. Signed poetry books too, so I'm doing a little bit of a collection. Boys, how was your week?
Good.
Yeah? Did you learn anything?
We're learning more about fractions.
Fractions. Okay, that's good.
Even though we've been working on it for like a week.
Well, it takes time. And she probably wants to make sure you remember how to do them forever. So that's good. And you went swimming on Friday for your Friday activity?
Yep.
Was that fun?
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
How about you, Justin?
Did I learn something?
Yes. How was your school week?
My school week was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to tell me?
We're learning about China in social studies.
Okay. What did you learn about China so far?
That they have like 3 different types of writing.
Well, there are several different forms of Chinese.
Like pictographs and ideographs.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and then their main, like the common Chinese is Mandarin.
Yeah.
And then they have Cantonese and
if they had a book, like a dictionary with every single character, there'd be like 106,000 something characters. Yeah.
And there was a thing on here about how they have a whole bunch of White Houses and Arc de Triomphes and an Eiffel Tower replicas in China. Yeah. So that's interesting. Okay, good. So we all had interesting, eventful weeks.
Yep.
My littlest daughter, their youngest sister is 7 months old, and I think she's teething, and it's been a nightmare. And it just won't pop one through. And she keeps gumming her lips. You can see her trying to press down on it, because I guess it makes it feel better, but then it makes it feel worse when it doesn't come through, so... Yay. And then my third oldest kid, Johanna, she is at her grandma's house, and every time she comes back from her grandma's house for a few days, she's just a nightmare to handle. So yeah, it's nice. if Mom's listening to this, I don't give a crap because I'm just tired of the way she comes back saying Grandma's house is better. Why can't I go back to, I think probably every little girl does that with her grandparents' house, I guess. Probably. Because she gets away with a lot more there, and it's probably given sugar right before she goes to bed.
Yep.
Oh, like that one time where Grandma curled her hair.
Well, she put curlers in her hair and made her sleep with them in her hair. She's a 3-year-old, and she's putting curlers in her hair. And she gave her a trim once.
Yeah, and me too. And Mom was, of course, really mad at her.
Yeah, that's why she won't let her cut your hair.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. So, there's all that. There's a contest from James Patterson that I want to enter. I'm reading one of his books now. I read over half, or almost half of it in one night. It's called Witch and Wizard. It's, obviously it's co-written by someone else, but he does this thing called Masterclass online. Several people do, where an expert in a certain field of whatever offers to give you lessons, and it costs $90 to do the class. And I heard they're actually pretty good. James Patterson is doing one for writing, and if you're in the class, he's offering a contest. There's a contest that you have the opportunity to co-write one of his books if you win. So I have to enter the class if I want to do this, and I have to read his book to see what he writes like, and then I got to write something. And so, what a great opportunity this would be.
You're gonna have to read the other books if there's a series.
Well, you only have to read one or two of a person's writing to be able to get a sense of how they write. Because they kind of write the same in all their books. They might write a different story or a different way of telling the story, but essentially they have the same elements there, like short sentences, long sentences, lots of dialogue, little dialogue. But, so I plan on doing that. I want to do that. I really want to do that, but I keep putting it off. Kind of like filling out the FAFSA forms. It's necessary, but it's a necessary evil, so to speak. So, Twitter looks stupid tonight. They're tweeting making fun of Trump again. And I absolutely hate that. That serves no purpose. And most of them, I'm sure, are doing some form of comparing him to Hitler, which is complete and which is ridiculous. It's like when they were comparing Obama to Hitler. That's over the top, and that's completely asinine. And let it go. I know what you're going to say. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Obama's black. Yeah, well, he's part white, too. He had a white mother, So, I don't know why they never bring that up. But I'm so sick of politics this year. It's hateful, and everybody's doing it, and it's venomous. It's like a poison, a sickness. And once you start it around people, it spreads, and it doesn't do anybody any good. I am thoroughly convinced that the single vote doesn't matter anymore. So, I think it's probably there's probably a good chance the election's already been decided, to be honest. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but some of the ideas that they've had make too much sense and explain too much. But I'll let that go. I think right now we're going to wait for my son to stop playing on his phone and get to the trivia section.
I'm just playing on my phone so that I don't interrupt you.
You can interrupt me. I don't care.
It's a good idea.
But I want to be more professional.
This conversation? Not professional. Alright, come on. Let's, you're not gonna read them anymore to me, are you?
Alright, what was the name of the cat in Walt Disney's movie Cinderella?
Oh, are you freaking kidding me?
Probably Jojo, no.
No, she wouldn't, because we don't watch Cinderella. I don't know.
Me neither. Lucifer.
Oh, that's right.
The character Uriah Heep appeared in which Charles Dickens novel?
I have never read a Charles Dickens novel.
David Copperfield.
Figures.
What country's flag was Christopher Columbus sailing under when he discovered America?
Spain.
That's easy. What poet penned Ash Wednesday in 1930?
T.S. Eliot? I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Who put Humpty Dumpty together again in the traditional nursery rhyme?
No one.
Yep. What country did the Romans call Hibernia?
Germany?
Ireland.
Oh.
Your streak has ended. Anyway. Who created Jason Bourne? Bourne?
The Bourne Identity, the Bourne Ultimatum, the Bourne... Yeah. Robert Ludlum.
Yep. What empire arose in the Peruvian highlands around 1280?
Peruvian? Inca?
Yep. The line, "I never saw a purple cow," is the beginning of a poem by what author?
I don't know.
I want to read that poem. I never saw a purple cow. Gillette Burgess?
Let's see. Gillette Burgess? Yeah.
Do you think they're related to the Burgesses in the church?
I don't know.
Probably.
What was the four-letter nickname of French fashion designed by Gabrielle Bonheur? I can't read French.
Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel? Let's see. Coco.
Cacao.
How many strings do most guitars have?
6.
Who provides James Bond with his gadgets? Wait.
Q.
Yep. I was just about to cheat. Which of the three tenors set up his own competition for young seniors in 1982?
The only one I know of, I'll just say the name of the only one I know of, Luciano Pavarotti.
Yep. How many openings were there in the Berlin Wall? Or Berlin Wall?
Openings?
Yeah.
None.
2.
2?
Yeah. What painter popularized soup cans and Brillo soap pad boxes?
Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Andy Wood.
Which river did Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn sail down?
I want to say the Mississippi.
Yep. What is the Big Mac that was built in Michigan in 1957?
What was the what?
What is the Big Mac that was built in Michigan in 1957?
I don't know.
The Mackinac Bridge?
No.
What nursery rhyme character was arachnophobic?
Which was arachnophobic?
I said it right. That's awesome.
Little Miss Tuffet.
Yep. What European leader was also known as Charles the Great?
Was it Little Miss Muffet or Little Miss Tuffet?
Muffet.
Muffet, yeah, you knew which one I meant.
Yeah.
Which European leader was Charles the Great? Let's see. Charlemagne?
Yep. What midday nap takes its name from the Spanish word sexta, meaning sixth?
Siesta.
When was the...
Yes?
Yeah.
Why don't you say I'm right? For the ones
You're right.
Okay, thank you.
When was the modern tire first introduced to the market?
Oh, God. I don't know.
1887.
That makes sense. That's around the time a car came out. No, it was a little bit later, but yeah, because the first car I think had wooden wheels. Anyway.
What Ayn Rand novel opens with the question, who's John Galt?
Who is John Galt?
Galt.
Atlas Shrugged.
You're right. What was Long John Silver's parrot Captain Flint favorite phrase?
Shiver me timbers?
Pieces of 8.
Oh.
No, pieces of 8.
Okay.
Nick Carraway was the narrating lead character in which...
Great Gatsby.
Who aimed his...
That was the novel. He made in which novel? And I just know that one a lot.
Who aimed his Emporio clothing line at younger buyers?
Wait. See, now you can tell. Who?
Who aimed his Emporio clothing line at younger buyers?
Let's see. Hilfiger? Tommy Hilfiger?
I don't know.
Giorgio Armani, of course. I was guessing because I wasn't sure if Armani was a guy or not. I knew Tommy Hilfiger had to be.
What comic strip was set in the... Can you read that?
What comic strip was set in the Okefenokee Swamp? I don't know. Pogo. Yeah, okay. Never would have known that.
Which U.S. naval base did Japan attack in 1941 to declare war on the Allies?
I'm going to say Pearl Harbor.
You're right.
December 7th, 1941. A day that will live in infamy is what the president said during a radio broadcast.
What does that mean?
Infamy? It's famous for all the wrong reasons.
Oh.
It's like saying infamous.
What was the name of the plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima?
Hey, Dad, you know...
It's something. No, I don't know.
Enola Gay?
Let's see. Okay.
What is the practical purpose of the Pharaohs of Alexandria?
Let's see.
Oh.
Don't know.
Lighthouse.
No.
Alright, so are we done with trivia?
How long have we been doing it?
I don't know.
Dad,
Quickly.
see your guys. Oh yeah. During that battle, Japan, they sent 320 or 64, I think, B-29s. It was like 360 something.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you watch the movie Pearl Harbor? I gotta rent that for you guys sometime.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, it's got Ben Affleck in it, and
What's that?
he's a really good actor. It's gonna be Batman next month. Batman. Okay. I bet you iTunes pulls our broadcast because I did that. That's anyway. So it makes you cry. I think was Matt Damon in that too? Can't remember. But the movie will make you literally cry. Did you pay for it?
No.
Who paid for it?
You.
Oh. So you're drinking it for free?
James, give it back.
You're drinking it for free?
Technically.
Oh. So why are you worried about it?
Because James gets crazy when he does
James,
that.
give it back now.
Thank you, James.
I don't get crazy.
All right, so we're done with the trivia. Now we're gonna talk about random crap. Oh wait, do you want to talk about podcasting for a minute?
Food.
I think James wanted to talk about trumpets.
I have.
I don't know.
I ordered 2 podcasting for dummies type books, so they should be coming in the mail in the next couple of weeks, and eventually we're going to get better at this. So I apologize to all of you who might be offended at our unprofessionalism. James, what about trumpets did you want to talk about?
Wow.
Like what scales they are, or songs that sound good with trumpets, or something.
Well, you'd have to ask Justin about that. What's it like playing a trumpet, Justin?
Fun. Sometimes. Most of the time. Sometimes you just sound like really bad.
No, what's it like? Like picking it up, practicing, learning how the first time?
The first time?
What do you feel like? What did you feel like when you first started?
Terrible.
Yeah. Let's see here. It's hard to explain.
Well, explain it. And don't pause so much.
I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to think. Like, I had no time to prepare for this question.
Moving on. That was a nice talk about trumpets. Thanks again, boys. Let's talk about random crap now.
I was not prepared at all for that.
I like food. I ate food. Okay, what's next?
Alright.
Sleeping. I sleep a lot. I like it. Okay, books.
Flowers.
I like. Oh yeah, flowers, roses. Yeah, who cares? What?
That's enough. He's got a list of things to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them is food.
Stop.
Alright. Dogs.
Dogs.
Let's start a mini conversation about dogs.
Okay, I like dogs. We all like dogs.
We've only had one dog since the boys were in the house, and that was sad.
Eddie.
I really wanted to keep Eddie, but we were moving because I'd lost my job, and we couldn't afford our house anymore. And the next people we were going to move with did not allow dogs, so we had to get rid of Eddie. He went to a farm that had a couple other dogs and a bunch of chickens and stuff, so I'm sure he's much happier now.
And I bet he's ate chicken.
He was really sad when he left, though. I think he wanted to stay with us. And we cried. James and I cried. Justin was at school. Eddie peed all over the lady when we did it. James is... Oh, I'm sorry, James. James, you gonna be okay? Okay.
Alright. Flowers.
Next.
Cats.
Next.
Boring stuff. No.
This podcast.
What would you do if someone broke into your house?
Well, I assume that they're going to be at the front door before I am, so it probably excludes my baseball bat. And I'll probably not be by the kitchen. Well, I'd probably try to knock him down on the ground and headbutt him repeatedly until his skull broke. But because my head's pretty hard.
You should really keep your baseball bat upstairs, not really next to the door.
No, I keep it next to the door.
Why?
Because what if somebody's out there and they're messing with the vehicle? I'm going to keep the baseball bat where it is, thank you.
Alright.
And when I get a den, when I'm older, when I get an office, and I have to have my daughter's boyfriends come in and see me in my office when they want to meet me for the first time, not only will I have a bat near my desk, but I'll also have a few guns that he can see.
That's like on Last Man Standing, he was cleaning a gun.
Yeah. I'm going to learn how to clean guns, and I'll clean one while I'm talking to him.
It was a big gun.
I'll probably even have a samurai sword on the wall nearby. Are you alright, James? Look at me. You really sad about Eddie? I'm sorry. Are you looking at a picture of him?
What you looking at?
James, did you want to get another dog like Eddie when we finally get a dog? Are we going to name him Eddie? James, I'm sorry.
I want like a husky. Or
You know,
something.
I would have done. You know, I would have done things differently if I could have, right? I wonder if there's a way we can crossbreed huskies with chihuahuas.
No.
Wouldn't that be weird? I'm gonna do it.
No.
You know what we're gonna do?
Please,
We're
no.
gonna buy a purebred chihuahua
No.
and a purebred husky,
Stop.
and the chihuahua's gonna be a boy. And we're gonna get the stuff from him to impregnate the husky with when she's in heat, and we're gonna make, what would we call them? Chuskies. They would be called Chuskies. Or Chiskies. Or Chihuahuas. You want a Chihuahua? No thanks, I'm not hungry. No, it's a dog. What? Can you imagine how that conversation would go? James, I'm really sorry. James?
My phone's gonna turn off.
Alright, keep going.
Games.
Games? Well, I just found we belong to a guild on Destiny that called what's it called? Uprising Dads. I do, and they have a guild. They have a clan on Xbox official server 72 PvE server in the game Ark Survival Evolved, and I just found their base. And when you log out, your body's still there. So I went up on their porch and logged out, and it'll look like I passed out on their porch. And I put on Twitter, or I put on the thing. Oddly enough, that's not the first time I've done or said that sentence out loud. I passed out on your porch. But yeah, it's been fun. It's Iron Banner week in Destiny, and I'm almost level 4 already, and I haven't been playing it hardly at all, and that's mostly because I was running a few hours with clanmates in Iron Banner, and they're really good. It's like for 2 nights in a row, we didn't lose a match. And that was including a few games when I was just playing with this other guy, me and this other guy. So, I don't know, there's something about Simril is his name. Simiril in Xbox Live. And he's really good too, so I don't know. It was good, and those 2 nights were enough to get me to almost level 4, so that was awesome.
I think I'm gonna maybe Monday
What?
play with them.
Try.
What I'll do is I'll invite him to.
Holy cow!
I know I don't think that stuff's working.
What stuff?
Oh, never mind.
No, what stuff?
The stuff in the cupboard. Oh well. What?
I was really hoping you wouldn't have to go through the same stuff I did when I was your age. And I'm sorry, but it's going to be a rough few years. If you allow it to be. I wasn't a strong enough kid. It kind of ruined my life. Because I became this socially awkward person. And it wasn't good. We're gonna go to the doctor for that, okay? Anyway, maybe they'll give us a referral so we can get it taken care of for you.
I already do. I have stuff in the cupboard. I just keep forgetting to use it.
Well, you need to remind yourself because it's awfully important.
All right.
Trust me, you'll feel really sorry.
Fine. All right.
Quick.
Do you like Pop-Tarts?
Of course I like Pop-Tarts. I don't know which one's my favorite. One of them tastes like it has marshmallows in it. Which one was that?
S'mores?
Oh, the cookies and cream one. That's my favorite.
Oh, that one's good. Yeah.
S'mores is good too, and the ice cream sundae one's not bad. Oh, the birthday cake one's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that's all peanut butter is awesome. You remember the peanut butter one?
I think so.
Tastes like peanut butter cookie on the outside and peanut butter filling. Oh, that's good. But my favorite one's the cookies and cream. Oh, I also like cherry. You okay?
Yes.
Look like you're crying.
No, it's hot.
Am I making both my boys cry?
Yes.
This is going to be like
Just
a really
kidding.
bad night for me.
No.
Sad face.
James. Alright, well, retards.
No,
Okay.
next. I hope no one was offended by that. I apologize.
Anyway, stores.
Stores?
Stores are crazy.
The only stores I like anymore are Barnes & Noble and GameStop. GameStop people, they're all right. They'll come up and ask you every once in a while. You'll get an enthusiastic employee that works there and, can I help you find anything today? No, you can't. Thanks for asking. I know where you are in case I need you. But, it's like, I just hate it when people just randomly come up to you. But on the other hand,
It's part of their job.
it is part of their job, but to do it like so often that the person's annoyed and wants to leave, that's bad.
Yeah.
However, the other place I like to go, Barnes & Noble, they don't do it at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why their sales are sucking. Because you got to go find somebody, and then it's hard to find anybody. But
Yeah.
if I were a manager there, I would make sure everybody within the first 5 minutes they're there is asked one time, can I help you with anything today? I think that would help a lot with their sales. I could run Barnes & Noble better than the quacks that are over there. Just saying.
How bored are you?
Bored? I'm not bored. I'm more frustrated in life than anything else, but definitely not bored. I can't make my family happy all the time. I can't keep my kids from fighting. Can't make my wife happy. I don't have a job. I can't find anything I would like to do for a living right away. I'm in school that seems to be frustratingly harder and getting longer by the second because I got to go an extra year now. And I'm about to turn 40. So I'm extremely frustrated in life, but I'm not bored.
What's fun stuff to do?
That you can talk about while your kids are around? Podcasting, watching movies, listening to music, reading, writing. How about you?
How about like in town?
Movies? Eating? Maybe sledding if you can handle it on your bottom? I can't. It hurts. I went one time and I think that was enough.
When I went to church, that was like really fun. But someone rode up with like a 4-wheeler, so there's like these big trenches, but there were some was like really big jumps. Sometimes I hurt a lot, especially when I went with Sam, because our like a good amount of our sleds broke.
You see that? You see how much better you sound? You sound so much better and understandable when you speak right into your microphone.
Oh, okay.
And you're within a few inches. Just like that. Okay. Is there any more? Or is that going to be it for today?
Hold on. Wait. Fuzzy slippers.
I have a pair of Vikings fuzzy slippers that are really comfortable, but I'm a guy, so it's not the first thing I think about, nor is it the last.
I know. That's why I thought it was gonna be funny. Moving on. Tax.
What kind of tax?
I don't know.
Like TAX, TACX, TACS,
Yep, that one.
TACS.
Mhm.
Tax. That's Tic Tacs.
Oh.
They're okay.
iTunes.
I love iTunes.
Me too.
And I love that it's legal. I don't understand people's obsession with wanting to break the law. Why should people have to work for free just to entertain you? They shouldn't. They should be able to make money from that. And it's not just the artist. Don't say the artist is rich enough to be able to afford to give away all his music. He's not. I mean, look at Kanye West. He's... Anyway. There are other people involved with that. He's got a manager to pay. they've got people who produce the music. They've got all these people behind the scenes. They got secretaries that are setting up meetings. They have bosses of those companies. These people support a whole slew of other people with their music. Don't tell me that they can afford to give away the songs. Can the secretary afford to lose her job because it's not selling enough because people are ripping it off? No, she can't. Pirating things is bad. That's why you should do music legally. Support your artist. It's like trying to read. It's like stealing books. It's like nobody ever thinks of stealing books. They're not going to steal books because that's wrong. But somehow stealing music is okay because people make it available on the internet, breaking the law. That's stupid. Anyway, moving on.
How about Pandora? I mean, it's a radio.
Pandora's different. Next.
Calculators.
Next.
Social studies.
We already talked about that.
Trees.
Next.
Pandas.
Pandas are nice.
Monopoly.
Monopoly's one of my favorite games of all time, but I can't find anybody that plays it.
I will play
that. My wife likes to cheat.
I can cheat too.
No. Well, you're not going to cheat.
I know how.
Next.
Floss.
Try to when I remember to brush my teeth. Next.
Toothbrushes.
Next.
Dentist.
Next.
The ABCs.
Of. Just
ABCs.
ABCs. I think we're done here.
No, wait. The ABCs backwards. Ooh.
Well, this has been all for the H-Men podcast at the top of the University of Alaska Fairbanks Gruning building on the 8th floor. Thanks for listening again, and hopefully we sounded better than last time. Please tell your friends. We like doing this podcast, and we want to do it as a good experience for the kids, so we can all learn how to do this and have fun. All right, until next time, this is your host, William, or Dad, and
Justin.
And James, who's too busy putting away his stuff. Thanks again, and we'll hopefully see you a couple times next week.